Leadership is that act of giving people a platform where spreading ideas that work. Welcome to the program Feedback on NTA Parliament. It is a program where voices echoes through the halls of power as we dwell deep into the pores of the legislator representing Barikin-Ladi Federal Constituency. Engineer Dalio FOM, these and more after the break.
Honorable Isa Muhammad Anka is my name, representing Anka Talatamokora constituency. I'm from Zamfara State. Keep watching the program Feedback on NTA Parliament.
Without further ado, we'll begin the program with the highlights for breaking of the last day of the Ramadan fast for the Muslim community in Barikin-Ladi. The event was hosted by the member in the Green Chamber representing Barikin-Ladi Federal Constituency. Barikin-Ladi community is known for its breathtaking scenery and diverse culture. It is a testament to the beauty and resilience of the people of Plateau State. Despite facing numerous challenges, the community has remained resolute. That's why the member representing Barikin-Ladi Federal Constituency recently hosted and extended a warm invitation to the Muslim community as he joins them in breaking the fast in the just concluded Ramadan.
Wanda an sam zai yan wani na tashi na sani haka ne amma a yau zan fara ya'a sai in zo in ga cewa akwai rabuwa ba zai yi ba yaronka ya zama yarona yarona ya zama yaronka. The whole world believe that the Biron man and the Fulani man cannot live in peace, but we choose this period because we feel after fasting you are pure with your God. So at this moment, if we ask God, come and intercede in our problem, we quite believe God will bring that we are asking for. We want to see that the narrative is a different thing today. We want to see that tomorrow, the Fulani man can willingly go to the Biron man house and say, give me food to eat. Sell the Biron man will go to the Fulani man house and say, give me this, I want to eat. I want to see them sharing things together. I want to see that tomorrow if I see your property, I should be able to identify it and say it belongs to so person. Let me protect it for him. Let him protect mine. Our children should also be brought in a better way. These vices that have bedeviled our environment, we should jointly fight it. And we need your cooperation, especially the securities. All you need from us is information. If we hide information from you, you cannot do magic. It is when we are sincere that you are able to give us solution.
Unity and diversity in Barikin-Ladi Federal Constituency is home of rich cultural heritage, the language and the tradition showcasing the strength that comes with embracing peace, celebrating each other's differences.
Ya rike wa'annan jawaban manya-manyan jawabai ne na dattabai. Idan aka rike wa'annan jawabai in Allah yadda daga matasa ƙanana da sauransu za su ɗauka za su yi ci gaba da bayani za su rike wannan bayanin da kyau aje a ta aiki da shi muna fata Allah ta taimake mu. Majalisa muna maka addu'a Allah ya kare daga dare. Adalci shi ke kawo zaman lafiya a duniya. Rashin adalci shi ke hana mutane kwanciyar hankali da walwala da ci gaba da ilimi da dukiya duk gaba da rashin lafiya bai kawo wannan. Amma in kaga mutane suna da arziki suna walwala suna cikin koshi suna cikin nishadinsu wallahi mulkin da ake yi akwai adalci a tsakani. To muna fata Allah ya sa wannan abun ya dore. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. A madadin limamai gabaki da yake da na.
Yes, we are here for our member representing Barikin-Ladi constituency. We have come to the end of Ramadan, that is the fasting of the month of Ramadan. So that is why he gathered us to come here and celebrate with him so that we can eat and drink for the breaking of the fast. No, this event is very fantastic. He is the first member representing Barikin-Ladi that gathers Muslim community, Hausa community, Birom, Fulani and other tribes to come and make a dialogue to know the way out on the security issues and how to harmonize to live in a peaceful coexistence of Bariki Ladi local government.
Amidst the backdrop, unity and solidarity is of importance as communal harmony, coexistence and understanding is paramount. Though the event has come and gone, the memory lingers in the minds and hearts of the constituents. A break beckons. We shall be back shortly. This is NTA Parliament Feedback, where democracy comes alive. Through your voice, stay tuned because your feedback matters more than ever before. Let's meet the people on the streets.
One thing is that they must not be tired in raising voice against evil. And especially those places, agricultural product that is coming out of that place is of quantum. And the additional chain to food supply, you cannot limit it. And it also have a very good vegetational area, location for a lot of mechanized agricultural work. So we need it. And beyond that one, strategic institutions of government is also located in that axis. The international airport is there. The institutions, many federal institutions are along that place. So if you don't secure that environment very well, it's just a matter of time, God forbid. We are not praying for it. We've seen experience in other places where even institutions are under attack. So it's very, very important for the safety of all. So that after they get down for the plane, they are also safe to reach their house. So they must ensure that that axis is also secure. So the person representing that place must take the lead.
From Godson, which is our member representing Bariki Ladi Riom as a representative, we are anticipating much from him, such as roads, electricity, pipe-borne water, and empowerment for youth and children. People and work. Also, we have plenty graduates on ground. That you should look into that, and we are anticipating that he will do that. That is all what we are looking up to, and pass a lot of bills that are going to affect the life of his people and his consistency.
The needs of our community are quite enormous, as you know, and the expectation of every community towards their member who is representing them are quite enormous. Like in the issue of security, yes, we know this is an issue that everybody needs, and we want him as a member to bring out good legislative ideas that will attract the interest of security to our community. And apart from that, again, you see, we're battling with the issue of water, which they say water is life. And anywhere you provide water to the people, you know that you have saved a lot of lives. So we need water also from our member. And apart from that, again, you could see, if you look at the environment, you see there are a lot of youths. And these youths are moving here and there. Some of them, they need support to be able to acquire the education. You could see our women are going helter-skelter, no businesses. If at all, he could support them with little of the way he had used to empowerment, because we know him as a workaholic, a bulldozer who has always empowered people, even before he ventured into politics.
Once you have a member in the government, you know that that is your mouthpiece. And so we have high expectation from our member, because there are quite a lot of things that we want to be done as a community. And I will say the issue of water, we seriously need water, because most of these places, the water that we drink is not good water. People go to extra mile, and you know the cost of buying pure water now, you know, is something. If we can have a source of clean water for the people, I think it will go a long way. It will reduce diseases for our children and then our women. Then also we have electricity. He also made mention of giving us a transformer during his campaign promises, you know, to change the transformer to a bigger one here. So I think it will also go a long way. Then we will also talk about security. That is very, very much important, because without security, you and I may not be here right now. And this place is a vulnerable area. And I think that is where he must play his emphasis.
But the man really saved life. And what he has done will give God the glory for what he has done. That is the undiluted truth of what the man has done. We want to go back to our land. And we have started already. We want him to come in. And the issue of trying to see that all the youths have something to do. And this is what the jobless youth, they need something tangible that will keep them busy. Scholarship to the students. And even sponsoring some of them to abroad to go and have their studies on education perspective. And in the agriculture perspective, we expect him to send down, to do everything to support the farmers with fertilizer. And this is the most immediately to a farmer. Fertilizer is so high now, and we don't know what to do.
The member representing this zone should help the poor masses. He should come to their aid. I think they should make more security. They should send out securities out there to the farms to watch over them. I think that's what the member representing this zone should do for Barikin Ladi.
I know the member representing Barikin Ladi Riom Federal Constituency very well, in person of Engineer from Daliop. I know he is capable. We are electing capable leaders so that they will work for us. I know that God in his infinite mercy will give him the strength to work for us.
The people have spoken. The task is on the legislator to fulfill the yearnings for an effective representation in the nation's capital.
This is Vicky from China. What's the program feedback on NTA Parliament?
From grassroots activism in the hallowed hall of the National Assembly, the legislator has navigated a journey marked by dedication and public service. Let's meet the man of the moment. Engineer FOM, who is popularly known as Sancho's, worked as a public servant and rose to becoming the general manager in the National Electricity Power Authority, NEPA. He retired and joined politics. He is married with children. He is the member representing Barikin Ladi Riom Federal Constituency in the Green Chamber. May we know your formative years? Can you just give us an insight into who the engineer is?
Yes, the engineer, like I said, I'm from Barikin Ladi, a native of Birom. And I started my journey far back from Barikin Ladi. And I have worked with the federal government as an engineer in an electricity company, the then NEPA, which was later unbundled to several companies. So I later left with a transmission company of Nigeria, now called TCN, where I retired and I joined politics.
The people of Barikin Ladi and Riom Federal Constituency are predominantly farmers. The town was popularly known as a mining city that harbored people from all walks of life.
My experience of my constituency, particularly my own constituency in Plateau State. If you remember then, when we were small, we used to know my constituency to be the largest area that you can find employment because there were several mining activities around the constituency. So when these activities were winding up, at the same time they were laying people out of jobs. At the same time, farmland had been seriously destroyed and they were not reclaimed. And at the same time, in any setup or in any society, in good governance, you should have been a transformation. When you are ending an activities, you are starting a new activity. But that was not put in place. So many people were laid off. And then for them to adjust again, it becomes a difficult thing because there were no other businesses they could fall back to. So there have been like informal activities, mining activities that are going on are creating a lot of problems. Then look at the issue of herders who have nowhere to now go grazing, are now grazing on people's land. So when there are no proper engagements, these are the things you find out. So there's this collection of restive boys or group of youth who now go rustling between the natives. Because in the history of my area, it is not only the Fulanis that have cows. Even the native cows, the Birom have their own cows. But by and large, when these things that were going on, these activities are totally the mining them, the white collar job, it has eroded. People just abandoned what they were supposed to do traditionally. They now went into the other one, and then it affected everybody. So what we need to do now is to identify, first and foremost, these people, give them a direction. A direction in the sense, train, give them skills, give them empowerment, so they can start up something. When you train someone, give them a startup pack. Like I used to tell people, look, if I said, I want to empower you to become a farmer, if you have no knowledge of how to farm, you don't know about the crops, you don't know about what, you don't even know about what the soil is, how can I just say, go and farm? I need to teach you. I need to give you what you should understand. Then when I give you an empowerment, then you can now understand how to go about it. I don't need you back again, because from there you will build up yourself. So I think by the time we start doing that one, you are creating this opportunity. You are now going directly to buy these things from the farmers, because peasant farmers don't have capacity to preserve this foodstuff. Government should make a deliberate policy to buy up these excesses and encourage the farmers at least to see it like a business. And the market, it should be the government.
The member has put heads together with his colleagues representing Plateau State in the Green Chamber to find a lasting peace on the plateau.
Now, we've been interacting with some of my colleagues who we share boundary with. We want to make it a national issue. Let's adopt it, because we knew in the past there's no way you go that you will not identify yourself. In fact, we should have encouraged this national identity card. The national identity card traces who you are, the name. We have not been using the data that we've captured very well. If we share data within the security agencies, definitely, like when you are traveling out of this country, it is your passport that identifies you. Your passport connects you with every other places you go to, even with the hotels, even where the banks. It is that your passport that identifies you anyway. You don't see them immigration again looking at the page of the passport to stamp. No, once they slip it like this, your information has been shared all. So we have that kind of system adopted in Nigeria. We have checkmate everybody, because all your biometrics will be there. That's the essence of having a passport and then taking your biometrics. It's for security. So I think Nigeria must be deliberate about this.
For a better country, peace and understanding, tolerance is eminent for a conducive and harmonious Nigeria.
Everybody must be given a right of place. If I'm an indigene, I have my culture. If you're a citizen, when you're coming to an environment, the people you are meeting, they have a culture. So definitely when I'm coming to your environment, I should respect your culture. And if we identify ourselves, we have leaderships. The leadership, nobody will claim that doesn't have a culture. So it is a question of me respecting you and you respecting me. When we're able to respect each other, that means there's love. Because I will appreciate who you are, you should appreciate who I am. Then I will give you your own respect. Then we will be able to we'll commit mutually without any understanding, without any misunderstanding. Yes.
The member in the Green Chamber intends to have a holistic approach for the people in his constituents by engaging them through town hall meetings.
When you are not there with the people you are representing, definitely there's no voice for them. The voice is when you interact with them, when you create an opportunity to have what we call town hall meetings. At least when you are able to listen, give an attention to someone, you are almost solving his problem. Because whatever he brings, you'll be able to digest it and tell him, this is how we can go about it. And you are also part of it. Bring him, let him understand he has a stake in whatever you are doing. But if you are representing a person and then you don't even consult with him, you don't even sit to discuss issues with him, the next thing you are talking about something else, he sees you on the television, start asking, is that not the man I gave my elections to? What is he talking about? I don't know what he's saying. But when you sit with him, he will say, yes, we sent him. What he's saying, I know about it. If the people don't know what you are doing, definitely there's a break. And that when there's a gap between you and that person, then you are not doing the legislative function for you. You are not representing the person. So this voice will not be heard. It is you that will give him attention. That is when he feels he has said it from his mind. And he believes you have taken it down. You are going to represent him and you are going to digest it.
Honorable Daniel FOM was amongst those that came into the Green Chamber through the appeal court ruling.
I've always told people, election is a cycle. And an election is a process. You must, when they said democracy, it's a rule of law. Everything is set on the rule of law. When there's no rule of law, there's no democracy. It's obvious. I stood an election. It was met with irregularities. I didn't look at that. And they said in every democratic institution must be well founded on the principle of democracy. That means from setting up the structure, there must be either by consensus, or by congresses, or by what do you call it? I mentioned consensus. That's about 3 processes. If those things are not met, it means there's no foundation. And the law says you cannot put anything on nothing. You cannot be talking of democracy when you yourself, you are not being a Democrat. So I went to the court because I felt, yes, there were certain things that were not done right. All those infractions that were during the election, I presented them. My case was very clear. And the people knows within my constituency that I won my election. So the court have looked at it, and then I became victorious from the tribunal to appeal. It was in my favor. My own advice, particularly to my people in Plateau State and Nigeria at large, we must start doing things for ourselves. Nobody will develop you. It is you that will develop yourself. Because if you look at it globally, they are seeing us as a market. And if by the time we develop ourselves, that their market, we are now killing somebody's market. Because if we can't start doing it ourselves, it means we'll be taking what belongs to us to someone else. Because by the time they bring their things to us, we are forced to take it. But by the time we start producing, by the time we're able to create an environment for other people to come and make an investment, we'll definitely develop. So I think I will advise my colleagues and our Nigerians, let's start developing something with our hands so that we can create a market.
As the first-time legislator carries the hope and aspirations of his constituents on his shoulders, it is expected for him to deliver dividends of democracy.
My name is Mark Oseni. I represent Takum Donga Usa Federal Constituency in the 10th House of Representatives. Watch the program Feedback on NTA Parliament.
We have come to the end of today's episode. Do keep a date with us same time next week as we bring to you another legislator on the program. My name is Joey. See you next week.